Hi everyone, today we are gonna make lobster bisque soup. This is my lobster. Let's see. I got three lobster tails, three beautiful lobster tails, and of course we do have celery, carrots, and of course we have onions. Let me repeat. We do have three lobster tails for our soup, lobster bisque soup, and we have celery, carrots, and of course, onions. Now, let's the show begin. I'm gonna be roasting the onions, the celery, the carrots. All right, we have the celery. I clean the celery and give it a quick rinse. The same for the onions. The onions, you don't need to peel it, all right, because the skin gonna give your stock a nice color and a nice taste. We have some thyme and garlic seasoning with some kosher salt. We're gonna roast it everything, and then we're gonna add the lobster on top of it so we can roast everything together. Like I said, this is a lobster. Double check if we have any vein, because sometimes if you see the veins, you have to remove it. If I was making this soup at work, of course, I don't need to really rinse the lobster or put some lime, but as a Haitian, you already know. If I'm making this at home, how it's gonna go down. This is all my lobster. So I put some salt and I'm gonna give it some lime juice and give it a rinse and season it more with some salt and add it on top of the vegetables so we can roast it everything together. Voila. Here we go. All right, so by the time this in the oven roasting it, so we need to start working on our mirepoix. So if you go to culinary school, you already know when somebody say mirepoix, you know it's onion, celery, and carrots. There's mirepoix, there's trinity. Right now we are doing mirepoix. We dice the onions, we dice the celery, and the carrots. We are doing our mise en place. All right, we're not gonna waste any time. So we got our vegetables roasted in the oven. In the meantime, we are dicing of leftover vegetable. I mean the remaining vegetables. All right. This called mise en place. When you set your ingredient down before you start cooking, you call that mise en place. Okay, now let's check our lobster or vegetables. You don't need the lobster to overcook, all right? And remember, the vegetables, you're gonna be adding some cold water to make your stock. Always start your stock with cold water and never use hot water when you start your stock. Remember to remove the meat from the shelf. Okay, remove the lobster meat from the shelf and keep the shelf because the shelf gonna give your stock a nice flavor. And keep the meat on the side and the fridge. All right, so now in a pot we add the remaining vegetables. All right, and then we add some cold water. After that, you're gonna let it boil. You don't need to add nothing else than water because it's already seasoning with salt and black pepper and everything. And when you finish making your soup puree, you're gonna adding some more seasoning. Remember, when you're making lobster bisque, you always need some wine to deglaze your pot. So I'm gonna be using Chardonnay. You can use any type of dry wine you have, or if you like any type of other wine, you can just use the wine on your lobster bisque soup. As you can see, everything is already boiling. So once it boiling, you strain it, all right? And then those gonna be in the garbage, but you can save some shelf of lobster to garnish your soup, but the rest can go to trash. Of course, now in a pot, you add some butter and I put some oil, and you're gonna sweat your onions and your celery and season it with salt and black pepper, and then add some garlic paste, tomato paste, and then we're gonna make a roll. You're gonna see this step by step. Okay, right now what I'm doing, I'm just seasoning the vegetable with some salt, and we're gonna put some black pepper. Once it's sweat down, all right, you're gonna add your tomato paste, and right after we add some flour, because the flour gonna make your soup to be like very thick, and then you need that. All right, as you can see right now, the onions is literally sweat down. I add some tomato paste to make a paste. And then once you do that, you add your flour. So this is my flour. Normally you call that wool. All right. If you in school or if you're working on a restaurant, once I say wool, you know what I'm talking about. A wool. ROUX. A wool. Of course, you deglaze it with the wine right now.
All right, just remember you are
And
watching
the
Stephanie
stock
Menadi
of
Kitchen.
the lobster
Welcome to my
stock,
kitchen. Don't forget to like,
you
don't
add it
forget to comment,
now.
don't
That's
forget
gonna
to
give you
subscribe,
your soup.
and don't forget to
What the
share.
flour
Thank you
does
in
is just make the
advance.
soup thick.
All right, so
And
I just
what
add
the
my stock. Oh my
broth
God,
or the stock does
look at the
is
color.
just give your soup
Oh my
more
God, it's
flavor,
so beautiful.
because you are
This is
making a
what you are
lobster
looking for when you are
soup.
making your
You
lobster
you
bisque.
you need it
I
to
add
taste
some
like a
thyme. If you
lobster.
have some
That's why you
tarragon,
use
you
your
can add some
shelf, the lobster
tarragon,
shelf,
and of course, I
for your
always put your
stock.
garlic. So I was supposed to put the
And
garlic
then
since
I'm
when I
using
was
my immersion blender right now,
sweating
so I can
the
puree all the
vegetables.
vegetables.
Okay, after
And
everything
you can
boiling,
strain it
and
back
then you need
again,
your
and
immersion
then you
blender.
add your
So you
heavy
just
cream
do that.
and some cayenne pepper, some paprika, some salt if you need more. Look how beautiful it looks like. Oh my goodness. And now this is the time to add the heavy whipped cream. It's a very easy soup, but a couple steps, and then you're supposed to know what you're doing. And it's very flavorful. If you're not allergic to shellfish or fish, I mean shellfish, most likely, so you're welcome to have this soup. Okay, now it's the time for me to serve my boo and for me to have some soup. And then I made some crostini. Of course, you need some crostini. So I'm gonna garnish it with some sour cream. I love garnishes. And then at the end, you're gonna see the final product. And you're gonna see what I am gonna do with the lobster shelf and the meat. Remember, we have the meat and the shelf. Look at that. So I add it back, and boom, you put it in the middle. And this is my final product. And the soup, so tasty, delicious. Oh my God. And it looks so beautiful. Welcome to Stephanie Menadi Kitchen. Don't forget to share, to like, and to subscribe. And of course, leave a comment. Bye. I was so happy to be with you today, guys. Enjoy the soup. The same way you love vichyssoise, gazpacho, clam chowder. All right, and we have lobster bisque. And bye. See you again.